everyone, I'm back. It's Carol here at Oak House Journals. I say I'm back because for you it's been a whole week since you saw me last, but for me it was just 2 minutes ago because I created assignment 45 about 30 minutes ago and I'm back to do another one. Now I am going to be absolutely honest about this one. Whilst I've lifted out some lovely prompt pieces, I really have no idea where this one is going. I struggled to find a common theme. I have got a common theme in terms of colours, I believe, but how they're all going to come together, I really don't know until I start playing with them. So please bear with me. I'll try not to procrastinate too much. Okay, so my prompts for 46 are fall weather, and my choice for that is this image out of a magazine. As you can see, this lovely young lady, probably not throwing leaves up, but she's certainly got her hands up welcoming the leaves that are falling. And this for me evokes autumnal or fall weather. A road sign, I've got two. I've got tree falling ahead and fallen rocks, and as you can see it's a play on the word fall there. So I've got two, both in autumnal colours, and actually just holding them like that looks quite nice, seeing them layered up, so might use it that way round. Pattern with stripes, well I didn't have any pattern paper that would tie in with my colour tones for this particular collage. So what I thought I would do is either create with these stickers, if I lift them out, whoops, that one went flying, create a pattern with these stickers and potentially use those, which are yellowy orange rusk colours, or I could actually use the paper from the bag and make use of the actual label there. So I'm not sure which way that is going to go, so that's why I'm saying that I probably will need to play with my pieces today because I haven't got an idea in mind for how I want to lay them all out. Sometimes I have an idea and then I just need to work on it to see how the collage comes together. Sometimes I have my pieces and I have no idea, but certainly with this you can see I'm picking up the autumnal colours. The next one is light. Well, you could go with light as in light from the sun, a beam of light or a light source. I actually went with an electric light for this one. I've got two options here and I've done a little bit of fussy cutting to start with. So I've got this central ceiling light, and the reason I've gone for this is because it looks a bit organic in shape. It's the right colour tones, and as you can see there's my light source in there, but it is an electric light, a ceiling light, so I've got that one. The other one I've got is a wall light, and I've got this one. Let me flip that over and then you can see. And the reason I've gone for this again is the autumnal colours, the golden colour there, and also the hints of greens there. So again, not sure which one of these I'm going to use, but I've got two choices certainly to play with. The next one is something found in a forest. Lots of options here. I've got some faux stamp stickers here, so I've got a fern there, a butterfly and a couple of mushrooms, so any of those would work potentially. I've also got these labels here. I don't know why I'm opening them out because this lower half is identical to the upper half. I was thinking in particular maybe that one, because again the autumnal colours, if I pop it next to that it might help with the rule of three. If not, I've got a fern there, or what I could do actually is maybe put that on top of one of these and create something slightly different. So I've got those to use. And then I've also got these washi stickers here, beautiful autumnal colours, so I could use something like that because you find all of these in a forest. And the bonus is a flower. So I've lifted out this piece of a magazine, and as you can see it's got a frame on the back. I'm not using that. I was just wondering whether I could use it for something, but no, I'm not using that. So I've got oodles of flowers on here, and the one I think I will probably choose to work with is either that one or this one. Probably this one because I'm picking up some nice autumnal colours there that I could use. Right, let's see what I can do with these. So fingers crossed, let's pop those all off to one side for now. And I think I'm going to come in with this just to start us off. There's a dotted line down that right hand side which I don't want. Let me bring in a piece of paper here. Here we go. I'm thinking maybe if I get rid of that and this as well. As much as I like the whole of this image, I don't really want this lady. Potentially I could have my flower over the top of her to hide her, or I could just fold her in half and see where that takes me. So I'm going to go for that nice easy option to start with. Oh, that works nicely. There's green tones on that, which picks up the green tones on there. This is no good, this butterfly down here, and certainly the rest of this piece of paper is no good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it down here to start with. It's not really ideal having this off the top there, but not an issue really. Just looking at these, down here is a perfect area for that to go. I'm trying to make this more or less central. Have something maybe like that. It's a little bit big. Just realised that I've left her arm in there, so I've just chopped this woman away so that I can have that in there. Just wondering about tucking that in there like that. If I use this next to this and layer it up, it's too close in colour tone. So I'm going to flip them round and do it that way round. Don't really want a pink butterfly there, so I'm thinking I'll have that like that. This, because it's speckled, is getting lost on there. So I'm wondering whether I reverse that like that. That blue up there is an issue. Okay, that's potentially coming together a little bit. I'm going to trim this away down here to see whether I can maybe split my image. Slightly unusual, maybe pull in a little bit of foliage like this, or even pull in some more of these leaves, they might work. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, there's one or two that will give me a bit of interest to mask that, I think. Up here is an issue. I can chop it across the top there to get rid of that, but I can't get rid of that. Or could I? I could cut that and have it slightly staggered here so that I could get that to work. Okay, I've got some options there. Not too sure yet how I'm going to get these in, but I think I need to kind of arrange this. The other option I'm thinking is I could cut it across there and down so that this one is cut out completely. But for now I'm going to leave it in place and just trim it down this side to get rid of all of that. These I'm liking as they are, so I'm going to put some glue behind these. These two I think will work nicely together, but I'm not going to glue them yet. Similarly these. This is the one I need to do some trimming. I'm going to cut it so I get rid of that piece up there. Do need to get rid of that. I think I'm going to leave this large. I'm going to trim it across underneath there for now. See how that works. As it stands at the moment, I'm liking the positioning of these pieces here, and also this one, and also this. What I'm uncomfortable about is this one. I'm pretty confident I can get rid of that pink up there with this light, but it's this piece here, this piece above, and it's whether I cut it across the top there. And I think I've got to do that, whether I like it or not. I think that's the way I have to go. I'm going to put a little bit of glue underneath this light. I'm also going to mark where this pink is, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim away this back piece so that it goes round the light, as you can see up here. I like the idea of using this label here to straddle that piece and this piece. It's not anchoring it to my background, just to this floral image. So I think I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm going to cut this one across here and just see if I can get that little flower in. What I need to decide is whether I'm going to cut this down here. So let's go back in with this. So I could cut it like that. Yep, I think I'm going to do that. I'm not going to use that one, I'm going to use this little one here, and I'm just going to try and cover up this colour at the bottom so that I've got autumnal colours, and I'm just going to try and straddle everything down at the bottom here. So what am I missing? I've got my fall weather in those two pictures, a road sign, a pattern with stripes, haven't got that. I've got my light in, I've got something found in the forest, which is my butterfly here, and a flower. So that's my flower. So let's see what I can do in terms of this. Now, I could just create a pattern with these. So I could do something as simple as going in with that behind. I could also do that. Oh, that's quite nice actually. And then I've got a few more here, which potentially I could have down here if I wanted to. I think that looks very nice actually. It's a shame that doesn't come down further, but I can always fiddle with these and make that work. Let's see what other colours I've got to play with here. Whether I've got more of those yellowy tones. Don't want green, brown tones on this one, which might pick up that. Just slide this underneath, see what it looks like. That's bluey tones there, which is picking up this. Oh gosh, yes, 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 yes. All right, really pleased with that. So these are the ones that are going to work. These ones here for these sort of browny colours down at the bottom. And these are yellowy, almost like, oh, I want to say pink, but they're not pink, almost like a bamboo-y colour, picking up that, which is working nicely. If I don't use those two, but swap them out with those two, I think that's going to sit better next to the yellow there. Oh, that's a blow. Just realised when I peeled this off that when I put these away, I've obviously put the paper the wrong way round, and it's adhered to the paper rather than to this, which is what I was supposed to rub the washi stickers off with. So they are permanently adhered to this piece of paper here. Not quite what I had in mind, but it doesn't matter because I can still make use of them. So I need to cut it there to there. And then I was going to have this piece under here. So I'm going to trim that off across the bottom. So I'm liking how that is positioned on there. So I'm going to put some glue behind, as I always do. just to hold it in place for me. Just going to try and get this little portion glued. Because it's thin magazine paper, it is buckling a little bit there. I'm going to rub away my working border. Bring in my glue book. And there we go, everybody. That's my finished collage. But I am wondering whether or not I can add a little bit more embellishment on it with these, just to kind of blend in that bottom white area there. Okay everybody, this is my finished piece. If I bring in the prompts, then I can quickly go through those with you. However, I have this little piece left over. You'll see that these are new. Well, I was auditioning the autumnal stickers and one of them accidentally adhered down onto my piece, so I was then committed to actually using them. And then I was tidying up and I saw this and I flipped it upside down and wondered what it would look like if I did something like that. Now obviously I would take away the rest of the light, but I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to trim away this bottom portion down there like that. Might still take away that little bit there and then just pull that in on there so that it looks like a little plant pot. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Bizarre, but I'm going to do it. And then I'll quickly go through the prompts once I've glued this down. So let's quickly do that. So let's quickly go through the prompts, everybody. Fall weather. Well, I went with both of these images here, which shows windy weather with fall colours and leaves flying around. So I'm hoping that will hit the prompt for fall weather. A road sign. I've got my falling tree there. A pattern with stripes. Well, that was another happy accident for this one. So I actually got to use a piece of paper rather than creating stripes. I actually got to use a piece of paper with stripes already on, so a ready-made stripy pattern. A light, well obviously this ceiling light up here, and I've also got this upside down one now that is a plant pot. Something found in the forest. Well, you find butterflies in the forest, so I've got one down here, and bonus, a flower. I've got this one here and a tiny little one up there. So took a bit of fiddling to get this one to come together, but I'm relatively pleased with how it looks. I certainly love the autumnal colours, or the colour palette for this one, and yeah, not too bad at all. So thank you so much as always everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed seeing this come together. Hope I didn't procrastinate too much, and I hope you'll join me next week. So take care until then. Bye bye.